Ready? 1, 2, 3, start. In the opinion of this court, the decision delivered by the three-judge bench of the Supreme Court in Express newspapers is a binding decision under Article 141 of the Constitution of India. The said decision is not only binding on this court but also on all the other governmental authorities. The Supreme Court spoke in one voice and quashed the show cause notices threatening re-entry. There was no dissenting view in the said decision. As per the leading judgment of Justice Sen, the then government had contemplated a legislation to provide a forum for adjudication of such disputes which did not materialize. Thus, the Supreme Court relegated the parties to a civil suit for adjudication of the disputes in respect of conversion charges and occupation charges, etc. The court further suggested arbitration for resolving the disputes between the parties, which was also contemplated for determining the quantum of conversion charges payable, which was not acceptable to the government. Failing all of these options for providing a forum or resorting to arbitration, the government had the option to file a duly constituted suit to realize the conversion charges and additional ground rent, whatever may be recoverable. No other liberty was given to the Union of India. In fact, a mandatory injunction was passed restraining the Union of India from taking any steps with respect to termination of lease for non-payment of conversion charges or otherwise for construction of express building till the amount recoverable is decided by a civil court. Para. In addition, the Supreme Court quashed the show cause notice and declared that the construction of express building on the portion on the west side with an increased FAR 360 with double basement was with permission of the Union of India and there was no breach of the lease deed. The Supreme Court also directed the Union of India, Delhi Development Authority and Municipal Corporation of Delhi forbearance and from issuing any threats in any manner whatsoever. Union of India was only permitted to enforce its claim for recovery of conversion charges and additional ground rent, if any, by a duly constituted suit. The MCD was directed to compound the construction of double basement, the excess basement beyond the plinth limit and the underground passage on payment of usual composition fee. This is the usual practice by local bodies here. Para. This court is of the view that the stand of the Union of India that the decision of Justice Sen is merely a minority view is not tenable. This is because of the following two reasons. One, that the decision was of a three judges bench which had three concurring opinions. Justice Sen wrote the leading judgment. The other two judges did not state that they had any difference of opinion with Justice Sen, and neither their opinions were dissenting opinions. The decision in Express newspapers is a binding decision of the Supreme Court rendered by a three-judge bench. The concurring opinions which permitted the Union of India to proceed in accordance with law can only mean that the government could have proceeded in terms of the directions issued in the lead judgment and nothing more. There was a clear embargo upon taking steps for termination of lease and claiming any other amounts except conversion charges and additional ground rent. Compounding was also permitted. Para. The MCD was given a direction to compound the construction of the double basement and other constructions. Second, the later decision of the Supreme Court has also categorically held following the opinions of Lord Esher M.R. in the Guardian of Poor Judgment, where the judges do not give differing opinions explicitly, it must be taken that each of them agrees with the judgment of the other. In Keshav judgment, the Supreme Court has clearly held that the reasoning of Justice Sen is the law laid down on behalf of all three judges and on behalf of the court. Since there is no dissenting opinion, the directions given in paragraphs 194 to 197 is binding on both the parties and would operate as per law. A reading of all the above judgments also establishes that even if Justice Sen's judgment is a minority opinion, it has a binding force on all the high courts as per Article 141 of the Constitution of India. Thus, no notice of termination of lease and re-entry could have been issued by the Union of India. Even the amount recoverable by the Union of India was only in terms of paragraph 194 of the judgment delivered by the Supreme Court, where only conversion charges and additional ground rent would be liable to be recovered, and the same may be carried out by a duly constituted suit. The basis of the L&D was impugned action that Justice Sen's judgment is of a minority view is thus completed untenable. The suit of the Union of India has been filed by the Land and Development Officer at that time.